The lives of four brothers, believed to be the most decorated in the First World War, now memorialised in their hometown of Witton Park. Between them, they won 2 military crosses, 2 Victoria Crosses and a Distinguished Service Order. And if this style looks familiar, of course there was only one man for the job.
It was a sort of one that came out of the blue on the back of the 1101 piece at Seam. I was just approached, asked if I would be interested in doing something for the Bradford brothers, and of course I was. It wasn't a story that I was aware of, but the more you found out about it, the more of an honour it was to be involved with it and to be asked to do something. They wanted a returning soldier being greeted by a civilian and something to do with either football or cricket, because the lads used to play those sports before they went to war. So the football is, it's sort of like a point of reference to the previous life, the life before the war. That was the idea of it. The civilian is passing over the football to take the soldier back to his life before the horrors of war.
In 1917, Roland Bradford led his brigade in the Battle of Cambrai, the first major tank battle in the First World War, but he was killed 10 days into the campaign. 100 years on, this new memorial garden immortalises his and his brother's bravery.
The concentration was on Roland Bradford, but there was 4 brothers in total and only 3 came back. So you're trying to relay the emotion of that story. That's the whole idea of the piece. That's all art is. It's just relaying emotion. So that's what you're trying to do, and hopefully the stance of the 2 figures that this sculpture is of relays that well.
And in creating the Bull and the Bradford Boy sculpture, it was a much more personal creation in honour of a family.
It sort of gives a different responsibility. You know, I mean, there was no intention to sort of give a physical likeness, because it is still a sort of a general piece in a way, as far as all of the soldiers had that sort of experience of, you know, the horrors and coming back. But yeah, it means an awful lot to the surviving families and the people who have some sort of involvement with the Bradfords, you know. So it gives a bit pressure that way. There's a satisfaction in and an accompanying frustration when you're actually making the piece, because it's such a difficult process that when you get it right, then that's very satisfying. And then at the end, when it's unveiled, and if you're lucky enough to get a positive response, that in itself is a really nice feeling.